It is difficult to judge how serious the hunger crisis is in North Korea. The government of Kim Jong Il limits access to outsiders, so the international community took notice when in February, North Korea put out a plea for food aid because of a harsh winter and severe flooding. The U.S. had stopped food aid to North Korea in 2008 after it failed to reach a deal with Pyongyang on a monitoring program to ensure the food went to the needy. U.S. envoy for North Korea Robert King led a delegation to Pyongyang in May to assess the situation. King testified before Congress after returning to Washington, but wouldn't say whether he saw a famine on the horizon. Instead, he talked about the biggest concern of many Republicans, the U.S. being seen as somehow rewarding the regime despite its refusal to give up its nuclear program.
We will not take political considerations into account in deciding whether to provide aid.
In March, the World Food Program called the situation dire. The WFP says this year, 434,000 metric tons of emergency food are needed. But 7 weeks after Ambassador King left Pyongyang, Washington still hasn't made a decision.
We continue to review the assessment team's findings.
The U.S. is stuck between two bad choices, denying millions of North Koreans the food they desperately need, or rewarding a government it's long accused of breaking its promises on human rights and denuclearization. Aid groups fear a repeat of the famine that gripped North Korea in the 1990s, killing an estimated 1 million people. But some analysts believe the problem this time isn't lack of food, but lack of means.
You can have a famine in a country where there's enough food to go around if people don't have the money to buy it.
The challenge for the Obama administration, trying to avoid a humanitarian catastrophe at a moment when it's not clear just how bad things really are for the North Korean people. Rosiland, Al Jazeera, the State Department.